alkamaass.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Perfect Dark, any % agent. alkamaass is gonna be doing the run.
Yeah.
And we'll just do a couch roll call real quick. I'm Jaxler.
Hello, TVCR here.
And then we also have the disembodied voice of Kevin DDR joining from us all the way from like the other side of the planet.
Yes, that's right. I am Discording in from Japan. So hopefully everybody can hear me. And thanks again to GDQ for letting me do this. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the event in person this year. And Perfect Dark, as I'm sure anyone who's watched me play it over the last 2 years, is one of my absolute favorite games. So I'm really grateful to be able to do some commentary and help out. Thank you. I wish I could be there in person. Thank you very much. But coming from Japan might be a bit of a challenge during school. So yeah, awesome. Well, this is Perfect Dark. It's the sequel of sorts to GoldenEye, a rare N64 shooter. It's a very fun, interesting, unusual speedrun. So, I mean, I guess take it away, guys, if you have anything to say.
Yeah, I think before we begin, we have a file name incentive that we need to put in.
What's the file name, Muffin?
All right, and so thanks to all the donations that came in for that file name, it is going to be aimbot.
Yeah.
Aimbot.
And that,
All caps, right?
yep, all caps,
All caps.
no spaces.
Okay.
Thank you all for donating, by the way.
Wait.
Inputting text on this seems weird.
Yeah.
Should I just use
Cool. So I guess I should point out that, of course, this is an any % run. So this is done on the only difficulty that's available when you start the game, which is Agent, lowest difficulty. Run's got a few interesting, well, I don't want to say sequence breaks
No,
really,
just
except
kidding.
for one, but there's some nice, big, huge stage skips. So if it's okay, Covert Muffin, if you can hear me, there's a couple really good spots in the run for donations, and they're quite lengthy. So if it's all right, I'll just let you know when those come up.
Yeah.
Other than that, things are pretty jam-packed, but obviously, of course, feel free to interrupt me.
It's good.
And I guess whoever wants to let me know, who's going to do countdown.
Alka, do you want me to do countdown or?
You
got it?
Let me just make sure my styles are right.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll count down.
Okay.
Playing with that mono swag. I like it.
Okay, should be good. Okay, so are you ready to start the timer? Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, so the run starts off on Perfection, a stage where normally we have to go down to the bottom of the Datadyne building and reach their research labs. And Alka's just not gonna have any of that. We're just gonna flip out of bounds and fall into the end zone. Because that's what you do in this game. Not really. It's actually usually not what you do in this game. But yeah, that cuts about a minute off of the stage time. So next up is Investigation. We are finding a alien life form, Dr. Carroll, I believe. I think he's an alien AI anyway, or an AI using alien technology. So normally on this stage, it's basically just a matter of taking a photo of something and running to the end zone through some lasers that get deactivated by a cleaning bot that roams around the stage. Now, of course, we don't have time to wait for such trivialities. So for a bit, this is, for the longest time, this was more or less just presumed to be an auto-scroller. But then eventually a technique was discovered to skip the lasers. And you'll be seeing Alka attempt that here. It's pretty rare that it works in an RTA run, but let's just see how it goes.
Alka's really good at this, so.
Yeah, he is actually unbelievably good at this. So if anyone's gonna
let's give him a sec to see if he gets this. All right, so this is a.
You get a few attempts.
This is a 2-pixel gap that he has to fit through. Ooh. All good. You get one.
Maybe 1 or 2 more. 1 more.
You can do it.
Come on, I have one more. Not going for anymore.
Yeah, with that little health, the rest of the stage can kind of, you'll see right here.
There's 1,000 guards behind you.
Yeah, and that's the problem with that skip is it depends on the frame rate being high. And when the frame rate's not high, it just basically doesn't work. So if you try it a few times, not only do you lose too much health, it just, it's not going to happen. So, but, no harm, no foul. It's quite rare that it works, especially in like a marathon run. So, all right, Alka's got enough health here. That's always a little bit of a scary part, especially on the higher difficulties. But even on Agent, if you're low on health, sometimes you just get obliterated by those guards. So there we go. He runs past the drone, and that's it. That's the end of that stage. Next coming up is Extraction. So we've found the robot, the alien AI robot, and we are now stealing him from the data time building. And of course, Dr. Carroll loves to die. It's basically kind of an escort mission, but we're
Alka doesn't really.
We're just not going to escort Dr. Carroll at all. Instead, while waiting for this lift to come down, Alka's just going to kill every single guard, and that should probably prevent Dr. Carroll from dying.
Yeah.
So if we got any donations, now is a good time to read them.
All right, yeah, we have plenty of donations. Starting us off, we have $50.
Oh, sorry, can I say something real quick? Sorry,
yeah, please,
real quick.
Go ahead. Go.
Right here, this door gets opened from inside the elevator because it turns out doors are locked from one side in this game. So we just open it from the other side through a wall, and it skips half the stage. All right, as you were, go on.
Awesome, that's so cool. All right, we have $50 from DL Player that says, Perfect Dark came out when I was in high school, and now I'm old with kids. My son is watching with me, and I look forward to sharing games like this with him in the future. Love GDQ and all the staff. Keep up the amazing work.
All right, there we go.
Cool. Okay, now we're moving on. So, we've stolen the AI, and it turns out that the aliens who are planning on using it to destroy Earth are unhappy about that. So they've taken our Institute's founder, Dr. Carrington, hostage at his villa. This game's plot is honestly just amazing. It's really, I can't do it justice in this time.
I gave up after
pretty simple. This is a pretty simple chill stage. We just kind of strafe to the end. Now, one thing is that in the basement, there's a couple buttons you've got to hit here to activate a generator. They're pretty frustrating to hit because obviously you want to hit them in full strafe because when you move in the same direction for 3 seconds or more in this game, or just moving forward at all, you gain like a significant speed boost. So you don't want to break strafe. But buttons activate on button release instead of button press in this game. So as you can imagine, it's not great. People who haven't speedrun this game before or who are picking it up always find the way buttons and doors work in this game to be unbelievably frustrating. But you'll notice the bullets are, of course, paintballs, and that's because paintball mode is turned on. We'll just totally pretend that's for some skillful gameplay reason, and that's fine. So, of course, you've just got to kill all the guards here to get a key card to pick up and open the door. Nothing fancy.
Nicely done.
Next is Chicago, and this is a crazy skip, and I need everybody to cross your fingers for Alka here because this is a pretty intense trick.
Yeah.
And so you'll see that taxi that he just went by. Normally, the way you complete this stage is by reprogramming that taxi to drive through the stage and blow up, distracting the guards who are guarding the entrance to the G5 building. And instead, it turns out you can kill them with a mine. Yes, nice, very nice. That you're supposed to use on the higher difficulties as a mission objective. So he just completely skips all that, and that's the stage done, which is great.
He makes that look really easy, but it's really precise.
Next, of course, we've got G5, where you kill some invisible guards. They move in a kind of predictable pattern. It varies, but skilled players or experienced players at least will kind of know where they are. You've got to kill every guard in every room to get the key cards to move on. Nice. Okay. Yeah. It's pretty frustrating as an individual level run in that sense, but in RTA, it's not really a problem. Now, of course, you'll see he leaves some guards alive here. Normally, you might think, these guards might cause problems or cause the mission to fail or something. It turns out like only one guard on this difficulty actually calls the alarm, so he just kills him. So next is, of course, the cam spy, where we use the cam spy, as Daniel Carrington tells us so politely, to spy on the co-conspirators who are planning to destroy Earth.
Yeah, you heard that right. So we gotta wait on this.
And next is
we gotta wait on this safe to open.
yeah.
So
please read donations.
Yeah, go for it.
Of nothing going on.
All right. Well, we have plenty of donations here. We have $10 from Devonator MC that says, Perfect Dark is one of my favorite speed games, and I couldn't be more excited to see it run at SGDQ. In honor of this game, I'll do one push-up for every dollar donated with the word perfect in it. Keep me busy, keep me fit. You got it, Devonator MC.
That sounds dangerous.
yeah,
okay.
please exercise safely.
All right.
So, normally in the individual level, we actually use a trick where you make this timer run during the cutscene of the cam spy. But of course, that doesn't save real time, only in-game time. So during the full game run, we just let it play out. Now check out this safe door. Look at this. I mean, who would design a safe like this? Look at this thing. It opens at like 1 inch per second. I mean, come on, guys. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like they saw King Zora from Ocarina of Time and they're like, yeah, we can do that.
And he tells us to stand back, and we're not having any of that. So, all right. Moving onwards and upwards. Okay, hopefully. The next stage is infiltration, because now that we've retrieved the backup of the AI's personality, we are, checks notes, invading Area 51. Okay, sounds good. Let's do that. This button is
that button is evil.
Extremely aggravating button that just does not like being pressed. So this guard gets punched out. We take his key card and use it to open this elevator. And while waiting for the elevator to come up, Alka's going to plant some explosives in this room. And then hopefully escape without guards. You'll see he looks a certain way here. That's to stop guards from actually... yeah, okay, they did it.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. It's
Oh!
yeah,
That's super
and,
unlucky.
Yeah, that's really unlucky.
If you're like a picojoctosecond too slow getting into that lift,
Yeah, I
and
got
that
trolled
lift
by
door
those
starts
guards.
shutting, you just get completely obliterated by those guards. And that sucks when it happens. I mean, I've had it happen quite a few times.
Yeah, now you gotta hit the hell button again.
Yeah, that's legitimately never happened to me before.
There you go.
It's of course I struggle with this stage, and I know back when I was learning the individual level for it, I had a lot of problems even just making the lift. And on the higher difficulties too, you have to do more stuff before getting in there. And yeah, if you don't make it in, you're pretty much dead. So, and that goes for a lot of this game too. It's like, a lot of the strats that are used kind of only work if you're quick. And if you're not quick, like, you're just dead.
Okay, we're good now.
There we go.
All right, cool. So I believe now this is PAL. Alka plays PAL on this game for a glitch that only works on the PAL version, and only works if you play in full screen mode as opposed to wide or cinema, which we'll see later. So I think he'll make this lift cycle here pretty handily, or at least come very close. Yeah. It's a lot harder to make on NTSC, but on PAL the timing is kind of different, so didn't lose too much time there. Nice. All right. So moving onwards, next is rescue. And of course, this door isn't open on PAL. It's open on NTSC. And,
Thank you so much for going for that, alkamaass.
You can do that on PAL. So, I mean, clearly that's obviously the only reason that PAL is being used.
Swag.
No, it's actually not, but...
yeah, we'll talk about that.
So, now is rescue. Rescue is a great stage. You're supposed to take some explosives that are, as Jonathan eloquently puts it, in that crate to blow up a weak section of the wall. And we didn't do that. So, you know, obviously the mission is hosed. There's no way things can go well. I mean, you might as well just quit and reset. I think obviously...
I cut the lift really early.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. You know, obviously completely hosed.
Yeah, so he's just going to shoot his gun.
Just clears out most of the guards here.
Yeah, it's a nice little trick there.
Those cards can throw nades too.
Actually, yeah, this is, we're going to throw a dragon and then shoot it to blow up the wall instead. Now this part's a little random. This guard likes to not show up. He's wearing some lab clothes that we need to put on to disguise ourselves. And sometimes he's just there, sometimes he's not.
Yeah.
Due to lag-related reasons and other things. So, what do you think? Should we have a couple donations, Alka? Does that sound good?
Sure, sounds good. We have
all right, let's do it.
All right, we have $10 from Chris Halfhide that says, perfect, 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 perfect. Enjoy your workout, my dude.
These guards just jack boost you all the time.
Nice. And yeah, that was actually nice. He got a little open door there. Open doors in this game are kind of nice. I mean, more so for individual level runs.
Yeah.
But, you know, you take them when you can get them in a full game run. This room is really glitchy. Depending on what order you kill these guards in, they either drop the key card or don't drop the key card at all. And it turns out if you just kill that back right guard, he drops the key card every time. All
right, so this is escape, so this is rather tricky, so I'm just gonna let, we might wanna let Alka focus a little bit here. A lot going on here.
Yeah, this is a pretty wild stage. So now we are carrying around the seeming corpse of an alien because reasons. We're trying to free him from Area 51 with our fellow spy agent, Jonathan. And Jonathan is a little pain in the butt. He really does not like, his NPC pathfinding is spectacular, and all sorts of fun things can happen with him, as well as the alien Elvis. Things can happen there too. So we're gonna go and meet Jonathan first, after stashing away our alien friend.
You guys have time for a quick donation?
Yeah, go for it, go for it.
Great, we have $25 from Where Shadows Thrive that says, hey GDQ, this message is for my boy Jaxor on the couch. The Ace Gang is here to support you 100%.
Oh
Keep being awesome.
Thank you.
Aw, wholesome. So actually Alka got a pretty good Jonathan there. Jonathan is following his path as he should. If he ever sees any guards, he just stops, rolls around on the ground and shoots them with his revolver, does all sorts of dumb stuff. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, he's bad at his job.
Yeah, he really struggles, and that ruins almost every individual level run. If you ever mess up and don't kill a guard, or the lab scientists earlier in the stage run out. Yeah, you're fine. So now we've just got a time sequence here. If you got another donation, feel free to read it.
Yeah, go for it.
Time to protect.
Go for it.
Yeah, sure. We have plenty of donations. We have...
What?
$10 from Omicron EXE that says, I gotta see the Borderlands 2 glitch exhibition. I'll donate another $10 if the host pronounces my name correctly on stream. I hope I did you proud, Omicron EXE.
Move.
Okay, so now this is frustrating. Elvis, just look at this guy. I mean, he's just clearly not trying at all. See, now Jonathan's getting distracted by guards. I mean, it's a dumpster fire sometimes, and yeah, that happens.
This is why you don't run this level.
Why did he start so late?
Okay, we're good. Yeah, he had problems. He got distracted. So we'll just do this. We'll push him around. And the reason for this is by pushing him all the way to this ramp, he actually completes his objective much faster. So we can do a little trick here. I don't know if Alka's going to try this trick. It's pretty rare. It's pretty dangerous in a full run, so we'll see here. But basically, you've got to activate 2 consoles once the music changes. Yep, there it is. Okay, nice. So you can actually press B on that console twice to buffer the second input and activate it after you've already run away from it, but before the music's changed. So nice little time save there. Next is Air Base. This stage is really sick. I like it a lot. It's also got some really classic Grant Kirkhope, or I think it's Grant Kirkhope anyway, who did the music on this stage too. But you might recognize the sound. It kind of sounds a little, I don't know, Banjo-Kazooie, DK64-ish, music. It's great. So we knock out we tranquilize a flight attendant and steal her uniform to board Air Force One, so we can warn the president that aliens and the head of the NSA are going to kidnap him and try and rescue him with the assistance of our alien friend who we stole from Area 51. So the plot's just coming along, peachy.
Yeah, do you all still follow it? Like,
This is B-movie quality.
Yep. All right, now at the end of the stage here, normally on the agent difficulty in an individual level run, the way we would play this stage is by shooting out a control panel, which causes the laser grid at the bottom of the stage to freak out, letting us run directly through it. But there's actually a branching completion to this stage. Depending on which exit you leave the stage through, either that or the side door of Air Force One, you start in either the basement or like the cargo bay or the main floor of Air Force One on the next stage. So to save time, since we actually want to be upstairs on Agent,
this is really good.
We run the slower path here. Yeah, that was good.
That was really good. Yeah.
Nice. And next is Air Force One. This is the level that I have all 3 individual level world records on, which was probably my best accomplishment in this game. And I worked with Alka a little to try and improve the RTA strat for this stage. Mostly to no avail, unfortunately, because the president really likes to behave strangely.
Screw this guy.
So here you're we just punch out a presidential bodyguard.
Don't worry about it.
But if we ever leave his sight for a second, he will instantly cause the mission to fail and call security. So what we do here is kind of lure him out this way so he can still see us as we run down the hallway. Next is throwing a mine to detach a UFO, because again, reasons. And now we've got to get the president to the escape pod on Air Force One. This is basically like the movie. I mean, pretty much the same deal, except with more aliens pretending to be.
I don't want to hit Trent. He just messes everything up.
Yeah, Trent can run out and just instantly one-hit kill the president, and that's never a good thing. So we'll not have that happen. So by entering the basement here, when Alka does that, the president stops following him and actually runs immediately to the basement. And it turns out that this is the most consistent. Nice. Okay, president was pretty quick there. That was a pretty quick. Yeah, that was actually.
That was a really good Air Force One.
Yeah, I mean, in an RTA run, you can't hope for any more than that.
Yeah.
And you can't see it, but the plane crashes. The aliens managed to make it crash. We've crash landed in the tundra over. Actually, there's some debate as to whether or not this stage takes place in Alaska or in like Vancouver Island or something. But either way, here we are.
Yeah, there's some real. Yeah, this is sick. Go for it.
The aliens are plotting away. The aliens are plotting away, attempting to create a clone of the president who they can then use to get access to a deep sea mining vessel. And one of the things we need to do, in addition to calling a rescue, alert beacon, which Alka did earlier, is blow up this clone. And we could go all the way over to the cave where he's hiding and take care of that. But instead, by uncrouching at the right time, we can just blow him up.
Yeah, that looks good.
Over the wall. I think those throws were good.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I almost shot the president.
Yeah, don't.
Okay,
good. Heart attack
so the clone was eliminated. That's a pretty tricky trick.
Good job.
So good job. Now, hopefully the president's going to escape this cave quickly. It's a bit of a mess.
Good.
Yes. Oh my god, nice. He is going. All right, dude.
He can be really slow sometimes, and then all the enemies will catch up and could even kill him.
Yep, this is perfect. This is actually quite solid. I mean, even for
very decent average.
Yeah.
There they go.
Yeah, he says that.
And,
you can push him here, make it a little bit faster at the end.
Yeah, this stage has gone catastrophically wrong in practice, so I'm glad that went nice.
Yeah.
And if you miss that throw, that's like an extra minute and a half to the run.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right, now one of my favorite stages, Pelagic 2, the deep sea mining vessel, or deep sea research vessel, I don't know.
Best music.
Whatever it is. We're on it, and the guards have some amazing uniforms. I mean, just look at these guys. It's just It's spectacular. So first things first, we got to turn off the ship's generator by hitting these buttons. Obnoxiously, these buttons, 4 of them are green and 4 of them are red. And random on every run. You should be fine. I mean, it's going to be laggy, but that'll be fine.
What?
It's around get it?
There it is.
Okay, you got it. Nice.
Yeah, I got controlled by those guards a bit.
You should be fine. So when that alarm goes off on this stage, the frame rate becomes what can only be described as an abysmal slideshow. Now, this is actually somewhat critical for a trick that's going to happen later on in the run. So we're just going to blow up these guards here.
That landed a bit too close.
Them, actually.
That grenade.
I think you'll be fine. And then get these guards. We punch out those scientists just to make sure that this guy completes his objective. It's done a little differently in RTA than it does in individual levels. So a few years ago, this trick was discovered to skip the entire ending of the stage. If the lag is bad enough,
that was a really good one.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You can just clip straight through that wall and run directly into
So alkamaass made that look really easy, but that is not easy.
Normally you have to like switch weapons for a few seconds. Even on an individual level run that's, a good run, like it doesn't go like that most of the time. All right. So this is deep sea. We are now way deep 5 billion leagues under the ocean or whatever.
Elvis is fast in this level.
This stage is the reason that this run is being played on PAL.
Yeah.
You'll see that come up shortly. Here we've got to turn on an IR scanner and kill these aliens pretending to be guards, or really whatever they are. I don't know. They have some crazy cloaking technology, much like the guards on G5, that the Datadyne Institute stole from the evil aliens. Now, Elvis has a kind of railgun sniper rifle here, Elvis being the alien that we rescued from Area 51. And he loves being slow and much like Jonathan, rolling around. And you'll be fine. He loves rolling around and just generally being slow and messing everything up. So the goal here is to kill every guard as fast as possible so that Elvis doesn't get distracted by them. And I think you're probably going to be fine.
Yeah.
This Elvis is kind of slow.
Do you have time for a quick donation?
Actually, right now, yes.
Yeah, just one.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, we have a $1,000 donation from Schoolen. It says, SGDQ is the highlight of my summer. Thanks for all the runners and donors for raising money for a great cause and being generally awesome all around.
Hurry up. What the
Elvis is sometimes Elvis like roams in slow motion into that room. It's amazing. I actually just learned the individual level run for this game or for this stage lately, and oh man, it's pretty frustrating when Elvis doesn't do his thing. So all right, now we're going to see the awesome full stage skipping glitch. So what's supposed to happen is we go through this teleportal, and then Elvis is supposed to,
It's actually a rare glitch where Elvis literally does not show up. It's as scary as you think.
That didn't happen. So
I've only had it happen once, luckily.
So normally Elvis is supposed to run with us and go to some console and hack it to deactivate, to basically complete this next objective. But the programmers actually left in the way you complete the objective on PA, the highest difficulty, on the lowest difficulty.
Nice!
So it turns out that because in PAL the resolution is slightly different, the range of the Farsight, this like railgun, is actually larger than it is on NTSC, allowing you to, from a completely different part of the stage that you play on the higher difficulty, take out those canisters and just complete the objective that way. And that's great because Elvis's behavior is abysmal and never goes the way it's supposed to. And that cuts like a good 45 seconds at least, I think, off the run. So good stuff, good stuff. If we got another donation, go ahead and read it. We're just running to the end here.
All right, great. Sounds good. We have a $5 donation from Slippery Anvil that says, all aboard the Perfect Dark Hype Train. You guys are awesome.
This is actually the only semi you can't skip. Like I'm imagining seeing nothing happens. I have to watch like half of this before I can go to the next level.
Yeah, it's great. Just for some reason, they decided that only this cutscene is going to be not skippable. I mean, I guess it's the decisive moment of the game. So maybe where you blow up the seeded mega weapon that is, endangering humanity. And the aliens are not happy about that. So again, the Carrington Institute, they just can't catch a break. Now the aliens have decided to take over the Institute headquarters, which is like the trading area of the game. And they're holding the NPCs hostage. So we've got to go and rescue them and then deactivate a bomb that they plant. Now, normally in an IL, you're supposed to do all this in combat boost, which is like bullet time. You get a little item that lets you basically have slow motion. But of course, that costs real time. So in an RTA run, we just don't do that at all. So you're going to see Alka open that door there and run away. Yeah, the reason that he does that is because just opening the door causes the hostages to get killed by the captors.
Oh, wow, that was...
And nice, wow, that was unbelievably fast.
Wow.
Only a certain amount need to survive, but all of them need to be
Just
active.
lagged insane a bit there.
Yeah, that lag is just ridiculous. You'll notice, in GoldenEye is famous for, having look down as like a key component of the game. I know
that
people like to make fun of that a little bit, just to reduce lag and make the game actually playable. In Perfect Dark, the same thing applies, but of course, some of the stages require you to look up a lot more, so the lag does get pretty brutal at times, especially in RTA runs where,
that was pretty solid.
Yeah, that was really good.
Now, this is, again, you guys need to cross your fingers because now we've been kidnapped. We are on the Skedder attack ship. This stage is famously bad. Anyone who's played this game, especially who's played this game on Perfect Agent, the highest difficulty, anyone who's played that, you know that this stage is impossible, and you know that Elvis to die and just not do his thing at all.
Let's hope for good animations here.
Yeah, basically 4 Skedder aliens need to get taken out here before the lift activates to take us up to the next floor. Wow, awesome. Okay, that was actually just like in the IL. That's very sick. That's a good lift timer. Okay, nice. All right, so hopefully Elvis is going to behave. Alka and another runner, Whitehead, who kind of does some like task strats.
Yeah, we just spent one stream coming up with a strat to make this really marathon safe. Yeah,
I mean, in regular runs, it's most of the case the time that Elvis doesn't complete in time for this objective, or he just dies or falls through the floor or all sorts of other fun things. But the way Alka actually kills these Skedder here and then runs through a different route, sure to ensure that he lives every time. So fingers crossed, because if it doesn't work, that's a reset of the stage.
Okay, there he is. He was a bit slow.
Yeah, a little slow, but at least he didn't die or, like I said, fall through the floor, which is a real thing that does happen and is not glorious at all. So, we got time for a donation. Go ahead, just running around here.
All right, sounds good. We have a $64 donation from Dominos416 that says, playing Perfect Dark with your friends in split screen after school. What fun memories. Cheers, SGDQ.
Yeah, my favorite slideshow memories. Yeah, all right, let's, so now we're coming up to the bridge. This is kind of cool. Normally this is supposed to be like a sort of infinite spawner type fight, like, you might see in something like Halo or something like that.
Wow, that was really good kills.
Keep spawning for a while. But there's a trick here. Elvis is gonna come through the door after he kills those 3 aliens on the bridge there.
Don't die.
Now, it turns out that we can stop the Skedder from spawning here by having Elvis, when Elvis opens the door, these doors are normally locked, and the Skedder spawn behind them. But if we jam the door open, it turns out that we can actually kind of time it out and make the Skedder that spawns the other ones uncloak and then kill him. And that causes the stage to finish, much, much faster. The technical details on that may be wrong, but that's the general idea. And that worked out quite nice. Wow, 240, was it 245 in a RTA run?
That's really good.
I'll take that.
All right, so we got the last level here.
Yeah, we are here, the final stage of the game, Skedder.
Yeah, time will be, and I'll call time at the end of the stage.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a little boss fight where the boss gets impaled by a spike.
This is scary.
And, that's the end of the run. Okay, nice. So you got. So there are 5 pillars here.
Those skitters can do like tons of damage if they hit you.
If these guys melee you, you're pretty much done. He's gonna play it safe here, I think. Are you picking up the shield or?
Are you going for the boost?
There we go. Okay. So yeah. All right. There are 5 different pillars there, and it picks a random set of 3 of them for you to throw these little target amplifier things on. Okay, this is a huge skip. So everybody, cross your fingers again.
Yeah. Chat spam,
Come
please.
on.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice. Okay.
That's as scary as it looks.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like an impossible trick, but it can go wrong very frequently.
Yeah.
The timing is kind of tight.
Yeah.
And you can sort of like invisibly lose your running speed at that point, and it can just go wrong. So it's a good thing it didn't this run. Whew. So now we're at the final boss battle of the game against the Skitter King. There's supposedly a Skitter army in there, but we just run by them because it turns out that you actually don't need to kill them at all. So this fight, basically, he's going to shoot the king, then shoot the pillars, using a trick here to break 2 of the pillars at once, which worked. Wow, nice.
Nice.
Okay.
And
time is about to come up. Right?
Time.
Now. All right. Nice.
Good job, dude.
Thanks. All right, man. 33 minutes flat, and you know, in a marathon run,
that's really good.
The times on this.
A sick time normally is about 30 to 31, and using marathon strats, man, I mean that's
so impressive.
I'll definitely take that. Very good job, Alka, and thanks again, everybody, for having me.
I'm gonna check since the game saves your best times on it, so you kind of want to beat them, you know.
Yeah, just go back and look at the save file.
Yeah, and just if it's all right, real quick, I'd like to give a couple quick shout outs to especially if it's all right, just to Brian Bosshart, the Big Boss Man 007, a GoldenEye and Perfect Dark legend who taught me a lot about this game, and also to David Clemens. Another
really
writer
good.
who worked with me on some strats recently.
Yeah, unfortunately, Clemens couldn't be here. He's getting in here on Wednesday, I think. Poor guy.
Yeah, of course, someone who isn't around a whole lot lately, but we really miss him. And if you're watching, I hope you hear it. We all love you. Icy, thanks for everything you've done for the game. And, I wouldn't have started playing the game without your encouragement and advice. And I think a lot of people wouldn't as well. You're an invaluable resource to the community and everything you did. And we love you, mate. Hope you're doing well.
Woo. And before we go, just 2 things. One, if you're interested in picking up the run or learning about the speed run for this game and GoldenEye 007, make sure you go check out the-elite.net. There's a ton of resources, and that's where a lot of the leaderboards, especially for the individual runs, are. And then on top of that...
Yeah, most of the competition is on individual levels, but there are also some TA runs too.
Yeah, and then on top of that, please go follow alkamaass. This dude is an absolute legend at this game. Can we get one more round of applause for alkamaass?
Oh. Yeah. All right. Thanks a ton, guys. Have a good one. I think
Thank you for having us.
From Japan here.
All right.
Wow, great job, alkamaass and community. You guys put on an excellent performance of Perfect Dark. Yeah, one more cheer for that, guys. That run was hype. All right, speaking of awesome donations, we have $25 from JD Jackson that says, have to toss some money at the Borderlands 2 Glitch Showcase as well. Show me them glitches. And that being said, the Borderlands 2 Glitch exhibition is only just over $7,000 away from getting met. So keep those donations coming in so we can see some excellent glitchy action after this excellent 3-hour showcase. Awesome. We have $50 from Ted G that says, donating for the perfect game with the perfect runner and the most perfect donation reader. Perfect muffin, perfect. Thank you, Ted G. Thank you so much. Just going to take a moment to remind us that we are here raising money for Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders is an international, independent medical humanitarian organization that delivered emergency aid to people affected by armed conflict, epidemics, malnutrition, natural disasters, and exclusion from healthcare in over 70 countries in 2018. On any given day, thousands of individuals representing dozens of nationalities can be found providing assistance to people caught in crises around the world. They are doctors, nurses, logistics experts, administrators, epidemiologists, laboratory technicians, mental health professionals, and others who work together in accordance with MSF's guiding principles of humanitarian action and medical ethics. The organization received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1999. Thank you so much, Doctors Without Borders. That being said, I am getting word that J Hobbs is over, ready to give another interview. So take it away, J Hobbs, and let's find out what you got for us.
Hello, everybody. My name is J Hobbs, and we wanted to do kind of a different interview this time. We wanted to show you a behind-the-scenes look at some of the setups, a lot of the tech that goes into making GDQ happen. Unfortunately, the best time to do that is when we have a long setup, and that's the worst time to involve any of the tech people because they're very busy. So what we did is we actually went and recorded a video during the setup for the entire event a few days ago. We're going to show you that now and just get you a little brief look at what it takes to make GDQ run.
My name is Alex Van Camp, my alias is Lang, and I'm an engineer with Games Done Quick. Over here is our Stream Tech station, and this is where our compositing computer lives. This is where every single video source in our show comes together into one place to be composited into our final program feed. This station has a ton of monitors because there's so much going on here. Right here front and center, we have our OBS, which is what most of our show is composited with. All the sources are managed here, everything's composited together, and this is where all of our HTML5 graphics are also rendered. Over here on the left, that's the wrong dashboard. Over here on the left, we have our Stream Tech dashboard. This is what most of our volunteers will use to control the various systems we have running this show. But they're also going to be interacting with OBS directly to some extent. Top left, we have a multi-view for keeping an eye on some of the more critical sources in our show. Top center here, we have just a Twitch feed to keep an eye on what the live viewers are seeing right now. We have a maximized program feed to look at fine details. And then we have some stats up here about how our show is running and how long it's taking to do setup, because truly every part of the show is a speed run, not just the games. From our compositing computer, the signal then gets sent to our encoding computer. You might wonder why these two tasks of compositing and encoding are on two different computers. And this is because we want to get the most quality possible out of our stream, so we need to use really intense encoding settings that require a really strong CPU. So much so that if we were trying to composite and encode on one computer, it wouldn't work. So we split these tasks up to more evenly distribute the workload. And just like we separate our encoding from our composition, our primary archival recordings are also done on their own computer. It's important to note that actually all three computers here, all three instances of OBS are recording. And whenever we change runs, our on-site code automatically cycles the recordings. That is, it stops them and starts a new one. But the recordings here on this computer are our highest quality archival recordings. And these are the ones that get automatically uploaded to YouTube at the end of each run. All critical systems on our show are plugged into UPSs, or uninterruptible power supplies. And these are basically really fancy power strips that have big honking batteries in them. So if we ever happen to lose power, it will automatically kick into these battery backups, and the critical systems will stay running for up to several minutes, which is usually enough to survive any power outage we might have.
Has that ever happened before?
Eagle-Eye viewers may remember that this happened during AGDQ 2019 very briefly, but the show kept running and the stream stayed up.
We live in.
All right. Should I pause or keep going? The run stops for no one.
Over here, we have one of our many racks full of various equipment that we use to power our show. This one in particular has some headphone amps. It has our Linux server running many of our crucial on-site services with a lot of our in-house code. We also have a small Blade computer, and again, another UPS. These are in literally every single rack we have. Can never have too many. And then coming over here, we have our digital mixer, which is a Behringer X32. Every single audio source in the entire show eventually makes its way into here. We actually even have a second X32 over in Interview World, but that might be too much to talk about right now. So we'll focus on this one. That means every mic, every game, audio from the graphical effects, everything comes into this one place. is controlled by our audio engineer. This might look super intimidating, but we've set it up to actually be pretty user-friendly. And we do that because so much of our show is run by volunteers. They're the ones with their hands actually on the buttons. And a lot of our workflows are focused around empowering our volunteers to do their best work. And now we are on the stage where the runners actually come up and play their games as quickly as possible. Down here, we have 2 more racks full of various video and audio processing systems. These are mostly what we use to capture the various feeds from every console you can imagine. So we're prepared to capture HDMI, SCART, RGB. With a little bit extra work, we can even be prepared to capture composite and S-video. Also have headphone distribution amps and 2 different matrices down here. We have a matrix for HDMI and a matrix for analog signals. And those analog signals and HDMI signals are actually routed through this little homebrew controller here that has a little touch screen. And with just one drag here, we can route any input to any output present in our system. And we come over now to our interview area. This is where all of our interviews are conducted and where the interview technicians and producers do their work. You can see we have just as many monitors here as we did at the Stream Tech station, but these are all performing a different function than what the Stream Tech does. This is effectively its own independent sub-switched show that we're just sending the final mixdown composition back to our main compositing computer to be shown live on the stream. As you can see, there's a lot of systems in play here, so we hoped you enjoyed getting a brief overview at what it takes to make GDQ run.
Wonderful overview of the tech there. Thank you so much for that. Hello again, I am Prolix, rejoining you now after that wonderful Perfect Dark run. Thanks so much to Covert Muffin for filling in there, giving me a little time off of the mic. And up next, of course, is Borderlands 2, a 3-player co-op all-quest run by the Fun Cannon, Shockwave, and Amerlin. We're still setting up for that right now, so in the meantime, I'll give you some donations here. We've got $225 from Sandalfon. Thank you very much for that. And their comment says, I'm hyped for Dr. Lands without Borderlands. Am I doing it right? Close enough for me. And thank you for your generosity. And we'll be right back after these messages from Twitch. And welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick 2019. We are here all week long in support of Doctors Without Borders. When you go to gamesdonequick.com and click to donate, 100% of what you donate goes directly to Doctors Without Borders, aka MSF. They are an international independent medical humanitarian organization that delivered emergency aid to people affected by armed conflicts, epidemics, malnutrition, natural disasters, and exclusion from healthcare in over 70 countries in 2018. On any given day, thousands of individuals representing dozens of nationalities can be found providing assistance to people caught in crises around the world. They are doctors, nurses, logistics experts, administrators, epidemiologists, laboratory technicians, mental health professionals, and others who work together in accordance with MSF's guiding principles of humanitarian action and medical ethics. The organization also received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1999. And I just wanted to thank everyone who so far has chipped in this $237 and change to support such a worthy cause. A lot of people tuning in right now for the Borderlands 2 run. We have Metal Socks with $25 says, looking up to see that Borderlands 2 Glitch Expo. Thank you for that. Yeah, we do have an open incentive right now, and there's a little bit more to go on it, but it's a long run, and the incentive will be open all run. We've got some time to meet it, so if you want to see a glitch exhibition following the Borderlands 2 run, we just want to raise a total of $20,000 for that bonus goal, and right now we've raised over $13,000. But if you do choose to donate to our cause, which of course I would encourage you to do, thank you so much. Please check for the incentives, and if you'd like, put your money toward that glitch exhibition. Danger donated $250, said fifth year watching. Love the runs, runners, and everything GDQ does. Keep up the great work and save the animals. Thank you for your generosity. And now I'll be sending it back to the side stage where we're going to hear about some stuff. Take it away.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Summer Games Done Quick. My name is Sent, and as always, I'm here to tell you guys about some of the amazing prizes you can win tonight during tonight's great Borderlands 2 and Super Metroid runs. In fact, all the prizes we're going to be talking about right now are open from now until the end of Slipstream a little bit later this morning. So be ready to get your donations in for those. First off, from our good friend Zach, we have a Metroid Other M art folio. I believe this is actually a bunch of concept art that came with the collector's edition of Other M. It's super cool. Other M, visually, a beautiful game, one I love. Gameplay-wise, it's hit and miss. People can take it or leave it. But it's a super cool prize, and thank you so much for sending it out to us, Zach. Now, speaking of Slipstream, I never thought we would have a dedicated Slipstream prize, but you know what? We certainly do. We have this beautiful little Slipstream drawing here from our good friend and volunteer Puzzle P. $10 minimum donation. It's super cute. It's a super cute game. I love it. Make sure to get those donations in. Now, moving on to some interesting stuff. From our friend Jonathan Ver, we have a pair of beautiful prints, and they are honestly so good. And I actually just realized they weren't showing on our layouts properly. I'm gonna go fix that right after this interview. But for the moment, we have the gravity suit print here. Look at this, it's glossy, it's amazing. It's catching all of the lights we have over here, so hopefully it's showing up fine on camera. But we have this gravity suit print as well as its sister, the light suit print. Both of them are signed. Both of them have a little certificate on the back of authenticity. Both of them are a $25 minimum donation from the now until the end of Slipstream. They look amazing. These are the kind of things I'd love to just frame and have in my living room. They're super great, and I love them. And finally, of course, last but not least, in terms of cool things you can win, we have this beautiful Samus statue based on old concept art of Samus herself, back when she still had green hair, made and modeled by our very own Jace Thor. Super cool guy. He's done a ton of modeling work for us over the years. And I mean, this thing is so detailed. It's so great. I love it. It's a $30 minimum donation. Guys, we've already raised over $238,000 for Doctors Without Borders. Can we get some applause for that? Yeah, come on. Come on. It's so good. I want to give a huge shout out to all of you guys for helping make that happen. Remember, guys, as always, you can head over to gamesdonequick.com. You can check out the tracker. It's going to have all the information you need on upcoming prizes, upcoming speedruns, upcoming incentives that you guys can get your donations in. I saw that the Metroid Prime run had an incentive for Gravity Suit Samus, playing the game with the Gravity Suit. instead of the original that I believe was only about $2,000 off. And speaking of the gravity suit from Paper Ninja, we have this beautiful gravity suit Samus amiibo. Just a repainted Samus to look like she's wearing the gravity suit. Looks amazing. A $20 minimum donation. So hey, maybe you donate $20, you get in on this gravity suit amiibo, and you put that towards maybe getting Samus to wear the gravity suit during the Metroid Prime run. And of course, as always, we have our amazing grand prize, the Master Sword and Hylian Shield from our friend Dave over at Heroic Replicas. $200 minimum donation, but it's cumulative. So that means, hey, you donate maybe $25, $30 to get into all the amazing prizes you just saw, and you're already over 10% of the way there to an entry in a one-of-a-kind, handcrafted Master Sword and Hylian Shield. Guys, that's going to do it all for me. I'm going to throw it back up to the front, back to Prolix, as we get ready for Borderlands with Shockwave, Amarillan, and the Fun Cannon.
Hey, thanks, Sent. Always wonderful to hear from you, and appreciate the overview. You're absolutely correct about everything, like that Metroid Prime incentive and all that. Yeah, we're working on the Borderlands 2 glitch exhibition as we finish setting up that run. Some other things coming up that I should probably make you aware of is we have opened up a second bonus game opportunity now that everyone came together and reached that perfect dark run. We have a second bonus game open right now. So if you would like to see a run of Donkey Kong on Punch-Out Wii, we have that open, and then we also have Deltarune Any % New Game Plus. It'll be a race between Cookie-Pocalypse and Shay. And that will be taking place, let's find it in the schedule. Bonus Game 2, it'll be Tuesday evening. So you can feel free to donate toward that. Speaking of your donations, here's a few comments that we've received. An Acceptable Name donated $20 and said, wait, there's a run of Borderlands 2, one of my favorite games of all time, and there's going to be a glitch showcase? Yes, please. Maple Stank donated $100 during our last run and said, this Perfect Dark run is awesome. Take my money for Doctors Without Borders, for Borderlands 2 glitches, and for Elvis to get some running sneakers. Here we have a donation of $30 from Geom3, who said, donated yesterday, but I'm donating again for a chance at that Metroid swag. Hey, thanks for that. And yeah, every now and then I read one of those where people are like, I'm not too proud to admit it. I'm just donating to try to win a prize. That's absolutely fair. We appreciate it. I've done it before myself, and I just like to read those now and then to let everybody know it is all right. If you just want to give and hope that you win a nice plushie or piece of art that you're a fan of, that's absolutely okay. That's why we have the prizes for you. So the crowd looks pretty excited. I think one of the reasons that some folks in the crowd may be excited is because one of our sponsors, Final Fantasy XIV Online, and the fact that Shadowbringers, their newest expansion, is coming soon. With Shadowbringers, you can become the warrior of darkness to save a dying world from the forces of light. The release date is July 2nd. Coming up soon. You can pre-order for early access beginning June 28th. The expansion will include new races, including the Viera and the Hrothgar, and some new jobs, including the Dancer and Gunbreaker. Just wanted to thank Final Fantasy XIV for their sponsorship of the event. Nicely done. Here's a donation of $25 from Ted Weird. Borderlands is back at GDQ, and yet again, I won't be able to watch it live. Let's get the glitch exhibition going so I have even more awesome to watch later on. Thank you, Ted Weird. Yeah, you know, every event I hear from folks who say that it's their first time catching it live. Maybe they've only watched our videos on demand, the old recordings on YouTube, or things like that in the past. And however you manage to consume your GDQ content, we're glad that you tune in and check out our speedruns. Thanks so much. All right, Brandon donated $10 and said, can we get a round of applause for the fantastic people who work behind the scenes to bring SGDQ to life and to raise so much money for charity? We couldn't do it without you. And I think the crowd cam is one of those behind the scenes things that really helps bring the event to life. Here is a $25 donation from Zero Jedi. They said, looking forward to an amazing Borderlands 2 run. Let's unlock that glitch exhibition. It's hard to gauge Maya excitement level, but it's somewhere between 0 and an axe ton. Because we encourage puns around here. That's why, Shock. That's why. All right. Time to stop playing around, folks. It's time to start playing video games. We're about to send it to the main stage. It's time for Borderlands 2 3-player co-op All Quest by Shockwave, Amberlynn, and the Fun Cannon!
All right. Hey, what's up? So, hi everyone.
Right.
Hi, what's up? I'm Amberlynn.
I'm Fun Cannon.
I am Shockwave. We're gonna intro the couch before we start, and also the devs on the call, because we're gonna be talking as soon as the game starts and not gonna have a lot of time for that. So, from my left to right, we have Matchstick Maisie, Lady Cyndaquil, Utsu, Tokigi. Utsu and Tokigi are the current second place runners for co-op any %. They are really, really good at this game. We have Meldon, we have Shed. They are two of the other three-pair running co-op All Quest right now. And then on the end, we have Lady Kestrel. And on the call, we have...
Hi, my name is Michael Sewell. I'm the lead technical design animator at Gearbox.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mario Rodriguez. I'm an associate producer at Gearbox.